All new major analysts and price predictions on about 8 stocks that we're going to go over. One is OKLO. Very big pull down on OKLO after a nice recovery. It seems it might be some buying pressure in that area that we're going to go over. We're also going to go over Qubt, SOUN. Okay. We're going to go over Netflix as well. We're going to go over Lyft. We're also going to go over Crcl with Roblox as well. Crcl trying to get some strength out of here. We're going to go over Roblox. Roblox trying to get some strength out of here. Major areas in this area that if we start to break, we could start to see maybe some upside. A1 analysts always smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. So we'll go over about those 8 stocks. Let me know any stocks you guys want in the comment section. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Hopefully the analyst helps you that much more. So let's go ahead and start off with OKLO. Go ahead and clear the whole chart. Now, also let's go over this. So OKLO has about 2 resistance areas, I would say, about 109.95, but also another resistance area at about 119.05, right? So if we break both of these areas of resistance, maybe this week incoming, then we might be able to see some push up to like the 130s until we get to that next bigger area of resistance. So I would say any buying potential I would like in this area, right? That's where I would kind of like it at, breaking resistance and going up to that area. We have a bigger support that we want to stay above for to see the upside, and that support is about $87.60. So that's what I kind of see for OKLO, trying to get it up to that 130 area. Shares wise, it wouldn't be that much, so pretty much option wise is what I would do. More of a higher risk, higher play that we'll kind of see for it. Let's see if that works out. And then Qubt, in the technology space, we have a resistance. We actually have 2 resistance levels. We have a resistance here right around about 14.15, but we also have another resistance at about 16.10. Now, I would actually like for it to break both of resistance levels, and if it does that, then I would be looking for some upside, trying to get calls maybe in that area. Also some shares. Now, shares wise, I'll be looking at trying to get over a 20% gain off shares. So I would like for it to get some more movement out of here. I wouldn't try to get it like in this area. That's just me. But those are 2 resistance areas I'm looking out for. And the support that we have below us on Qubt is right around $11.10. So these are kind of the levels I'm looking out for on Qubt. And then if it breaks both of those, then I think that's kind of showing some strength that it actually wants to turn back bullish. As y'all know, it can reverse after bigger drops, get some nice pushes out of here, but we have to start breaking these key areas of resistance. So say we start going up, I wouldn't chase it just yet. I would wait for it to break some more resistance levels to really show the strength, because in one day, this stock can really move. Like you see these one candle pushes like 28% in one day. So we'll see if that strength can come back in here on Qubt. Let's go to Netflix. So Netflix is still breaking down. It actually went to the 90s, below $100. I do want to get Netflix. They have this bigger support at about $96.90 that we're kind of watching out for. So I want to see if Netflix breaks this support area. And then we have a lot of strong support on Netflix like in this area. So I do want to start buying some Netflix. The all-time high was around 134. They're down about 25%. Once they get below in the low 90s, they'll be right around that 30% drop from the all-time highs. That's kind of when I want to get Netflix, of starting like a longer term shares position. I also want to move its resistance level down to about 107.95. So the only thing I would kind of look out for Netflix is pretty much longer term shares. And then there's a very key area of a support in here, right around this area, that if that breaks, then I'm actually going to be looking to play Netflix puts pretty heavy. So we want to watch out Netflix this week very closely to see how it kind of moves. Do we believe Netflix is going anywhere? Probably not. It is decently from the highs to kind of start something, but this right here drop kind of skewed some data. That abnormal drop right there kind of skewed a little bit of data, but I do believe that Netflix will kind of just recover. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it get in the 150s. So I will be buying for an average of 150s to kind of move up. So if I start in the 90s, I'll end up to 150s. That's around a 60% gain just off the shares. So I think that could be powerful on Netflix. Make sure you guys don't forget, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, share the videos out, comment those stocks down below that you want in the next videos. Make sure you guys join the Discord as well to see me trade live every morning. So not just me getting the levels in here, but how we actually play off these levels. Okay, make sure you join while the prices are very low. For the value that you get, it is insane. Take advantage of it. First link in that description. Okay, now Resistance area on Lyft is around $23.10, but we also have another resistance area all the way up here at about $24.50. So Lyft is trying to get that strength recovery. Very good signs. We have support on Lyft around $22.45. So we want to see if Lyft can recover out of here. I'm even thinking about maybe getting some small calls once Lyft breaks this resistance to try to get up to the 24 area. That's like the first plan I'm looking out for. We might do those on Monday. Stay tuned for those of calls. We will see. But now the Lyft hasn't really turned bullish yet. We have to break this area. Then I believe Lyft can get into 27s. But this is like a smaller play I see on Lyft for now. We have that support as well. Trying to recover off this bottom. We kind of turned bullish on Lyft right around like May, and we've kind of been going up straight. So even shares wise isn't too bad in this area to see if we can get up in like the 30 range. So from around this 22 range to get even in the high 20s. So if I was to buy shares here, if it broke below like $20, $21, I lose about 9%, or I would try to get it in the high 20s, around the 28 or so, and do over 20%. So it's about 2 on risk to reward off shares of Lyft to kind of recover in this moment, especially if it breaks both of those resistance areas. I think that could be key. And then BBAI, new resistance on BBAI is right around $6.80. If we could try to break that, we might get in around the $7, $8 range to try to see some strength out of here. And then we have our support on BBAI at about $5.95. So nothing too crazy that I see with BBAI right now. Still a little slow in here. Hasn't broken this resistance in over a month because it tested it here too and it fell. So just be cautious of that. But we'll try to keep updating as we go. Then SOUN, new support on SOUN is around $11.50. Resistance level around $14. If we could break that $14 mark, so I would try to give a little bit more room. If we could try to break that, I would try to get it around the 16 area. Mainly just shares, smaller, about 13% gain I'll be looking out for just off the shares wise. But if we come down and break that support, then SOUN might actually want to start coming back down. They've had like a very big drop right here, and they've actually, this is the first time they've actually tried to build like a support and get some strength off that support to see if it can actually start rising up. So I would kind of watch it to see if we get strength off that bottom area in that moment. But stocks like these I don't really have focus on. I am a scalper. I scalp every morning. That's my bread and butter. 90%, that's everything I do is scalping, right? Everything like this, like shares or reversals, is pretty much all extra, but I try to give my analysts to help you out that much more in the market. CRCL for Crcl, haven't went over this one, trying to get some strength out of here, seeming like it made maybe a possible bottom. We want to put some support around $77.80. The bigger resistance on Crcl is about 101.20. So it will be nice if it has some more strength, broke resistance. Then I would try to play it up to the 120s. That's about a 20% gain just off shares until it got to its next resistance area. So my play area will be in here. That's like the crucial part of why I try to give support, resistance levels, to help you with direction, to help you a little more structured in the market so you know what you're looking out for. And then what turns the stock into an actual play, then what's just like random movements, right? So that's what I'll be looking out for on Crcl. And then for the last one, we'll be talking about Roblox. Remember, Roblox had a phenomenal run right here. They had to give some of that back, right? Price has to kind of balance out, and that's exactly why we had that bigger down movement on Roblox. They have two resistance areas, though, around 180 and another resistance level around 104.50, that if we can break both of these resistance areas, then I'll be looking for Roblox to kind of turn back to the bullish side and have some strength. I'll be looking for shares and calls probably above this resistance level in the Discord. And then your new supports on Roblox will probably, bigger support will be around $90.75. So we want to stay above this, right? For this to work, for it to turn into a play. And that would be bigger on Roblox to get that recovery. But yeah, Roblox did pretty good, very violent run. So it proved itself that it can run. Now we just have to wait for it to turn back bullish, break resistance to see if we can get some runs like this. Maybe not the whole thing, but if we can get that over here, right, that would be a little bit better. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Always remember, no recommendation of ours, so anything just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see here in the video. Catch you guys on the next one.